It is 8:25 here in the East, and Joe Biden's own Department of Justice is now reportedly arguing against those $450,000 payments to migrants separated at the border just 2 months after the president pushed for it.
If, in fact, because of the outrageous behavior of the last administration, you coming across the border, whether it was legal or illegal, and you lost your child, it's gone, you deserve some kind of compensation.
Okay, but that's not stopping vulnerable migrants from being extorted for up to $5,000 by those who assume they got huge federal payouts. One migrant telling the Associated Press, apparently, I am a millionaire now. I don't have the money to pay for something like that, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm desperate. Fox News contributor and retired acting ICE director Tom Homan joins us right now. Tom, so, after that story came out where every migrant child separated from their parents, each person in that family would get $450,000. A child and an adult, that's close to $1 million. It sounded like that was going to happen, and now Joe Biden's walking away from it. What's going on?
Well, first of all, his statement that the outrageous behavior of the Trump administration, including myself, I'm still part of that lawsuit. Well, we enforce the law. He ought to try it, because if he tried to enforce the law, we wouldn't have a border like we have today that's just out of control. But look, no one should be getting rewarded for committing criminal acts. You enter this country illegally, it is a crime. And what zero tolerance was about saving lives. Remember back then, Steve, children were dying. The Democratic lawmakers blamed the Border Patrol because children were dying. 31% of women get sexually assaulted making that journey. Children were dying coming across that border. Drugs are coming across the border, killing thousands of our young people. Zero tolerance is about trying something to save lives, having some sort of consequence, some duty, some sort of deterrence. That's what law enforcement is. Law enforcement uses zero tolerance on holidays for DUIs. They use zero tolerance in some cities on prostitution. Zero tolerance on the border under President Trump is about saving lives and nothing more, and you shouldn't reward people that knowingly violate our laws.
Well, Fox News tried to get a comment from the Department of Justice. They have not picked up the phone yet. Meanwhile, Tom, can you explain to us how apparently the FBI is now looking into these crime tourists who are coming into the United States, and they're targeting different people in this country. They've carried out scores of burglaries. I think they've netted over $2 million. Who are these crime tourists?
Well, look, this has been going on for decades. In my day, back when I was a special agent, it was Chinese nationals. It was nationals from Nigeria doing a lot of extortion, a lot of, doing the crime tourism thing. But there's an increase in it now because they know this administration is not strong on law enforcement. Most of our major cities are not strong in enforcing the law. Right now, though, it's kind of shifted from China and Nigeria to Central America. And why? Because MS-13 has taken foothold in the 40 states. 40 out of 50 states have MS-13 there, and they are the founders of extortion. They extort the very same community in which they live, the immigrant community. It's why, Steve, I have fought against sanctuary cities that protect these. They say they're protecting the immigrant community. No. When you release a public safety threat back into the public, they're going to reoffend in the very community in which they live, the immigrant community. That's why you're seeing a rise in this. The sanctuary cities and the lax law enforcement going on in Democratic-controlled cities across this country. You're going to see this continue to rise.
Well, unfortunately, as we have seen in places like New York, people who are caught breaking the law, these soft-on-crime DAs, they just drop the charges anyway. So, who knows where this is going to go? No place good, I don't think. Tom, thanks very much for joining us today from Tennessee.